Note: this video is a work of fiction created for entertainment purposes only. The statements made herein are either fictitious, grossly exaggerated, or entirely misconstrued from real events in an attempt at humor. This video is intended as a work of parody and does not reflect the actions or views of Marshall Mathers, Deborah Nelson Mathers, the members of D12, or any other person living or dead.
Short Documentaries presents Eminems. Rap singer, beloved father, slightly less beloved son. Marshall P. Mathers, also known as the real Slim Shady, the fake Slim Shady, I can't believe it's not Shady, or most commonly, Eminems. A prolific career spanning decades, through triumph, controversy, and several other things, he has created a legacy that few have dared to tread upon. And yet despite all of this, one question still burns in our minds. Who is Eminem, really? Some believe it stands for Mickey Mouse, but he is a cartoon. Others believe him to be rapper Marky Mark from music group The Funky Bunch, but he is actually a famous actor. So, if not those two people, who could be behind this cryptic pseudonym? The truth is that Eminem simply stands for Marshall and Mathers. The spelling was changed to the phonetic pronunciation after a particularly harrowing incident in which Mathers was almost eaten by a misunderstanding Avril Lavigne. Marshall Mathers was born in 1972, at which point his mother, D&M, attempted to sue him for $11 million for the defamation of character that his crying once out of the womb brought upon her. The judge ruled that Mathers pay his mother $1,600 in damages once he had become a famous rap singer. The judge is quoted as saying that $11 million is quite a lot of money for a non-famous baby to have. Mathers had a troubled childhood, often being made fun of by bullies for his alliterative name and the fact that his mother had attempted to sue him. He came to musical prominence when musical group D12 saw his motion picture 8 Mile, and mistaking it for a biopic, signed him to their record label. The group was comprised of artists Bizarre, Bugs, Bizarre Bugs, Cunova, IQ, pronounced EAQ, Fuzzy Scooter, Proof, Denon Porter, Reese's Pieces, and finally, Eminems. Many were confused as to why D12 was called as such, having only 10 actual members, even after the inclusion of Mathers himself. The truth was that Mathers himself had changed the name of the group from the original name, Bubba Bubba Kick Fistaburp, an onomatopoetic pronunciation on BBBBKIQFSDPRP, the initials of the names of all group members, to the easier to remember D12, named for the slot taken by Mathers' favorite candy, a vending machine inside his local rap saloon. The candy was, interestingly enough, a Mounds bar. Mathers soon found success, both in his musical career, as well as in his cinematic portrayal of fictional rapper Rabbit in Emmy Award-winning film 8 Mile. Critics called him imaginative, clever, and was once even described as vulgar and childish. Although that last guy probably didn't like him, a lot of people did, as evidenced by a record-breaking 11 million copies sold of his first album with D12, entitled Our Name is Shorter Now, with particular praise given to hit singles Why Won't Anyone Believe Me That 8 Mile is Based on a True Story, $11 Million None the Richer, and Mom's Spaghetti, which was also the titular track for the film of the same name. Shortly thereafter, Mathers separated from D12 as it became increasingly clear that the band was lacking name recognition from its female fan base. To quote Mathers himself, "These chicks don't even know the name of my band." D12 felt cheated that Mathers was leaving their group, and felt that his success largely rode upon his inclusion therein. They attempted to sue Mathers for $11 million in damages in May 2001. In July of the same year, the case was dismissed on the grounds of double jeopardy, as the judge stated that Mathers had already been issued a lawsuit for the same amount. As his solo career took off, Mathers was met with equal parts fame and controversies for his fast-paced, biting rap songs, oftentimes peppered with shocking and profane lyrics, juxtaposed with some pretty catchy beats. He was criticized for lyrics many deemed misogynistic, homophobic, violent, and racist, Particular scrutiny was given to his controversial song Rappy Pappy Boy, in which he sings, "I'm a happy, rappy boy. I like me some raps, oi hoy hoy hoy. Me mother was a drugs, me father was a gun. I think that murder, sex, and drugs are probably really fun. Also, I don't know how to feel about gay Asian people." One topic of controversy were several slanderous lines in his song The Real Slim Shady, such as his assertion that Christina Aguilera had performed oral sex on Fred Durst and Carson Daly. On a separate occasion, people got mad about a music video where it looked like he had his butt out. When Mathers was interviewed by news personality Alfred Yankovic, he argued that those things were not said by me, but were rather a product of the twisted mind of his alter ego Slimothy Shades. When it was pointed out to Mathers that he and Slimothy Shades were the same person, Mathers began nervously whistling and left the set. Despite the controversy, or as some believe because of it, Mathers went on to have several hits throughout the early 2000s. Notable among these is Stan, in which Mathers expresses his deep fanatical appreciation for Stan Lee. Mathers would later perform a live rendition with noted Marvel fan Elton John. The phrase, "I stan that," is based on this type of fanatical aversion to something. Another song of note is Mockingbird, in which Mathers sings a sweet lullaby to his daughter about killing a bird. This is a play on the Harper Lee novel To Kill a Mockingbird. Mathers used his music as a means to change his world around him. From his saucy critique, The Sauce, of the Source magazine, to his warning, The Warning, reminding Mariah Carey of their past relationship, which he felt she had somehow forgotten, and warning her that she might be in early stages of Alzheimer's. Mathers has continued his musical career to this day, with only brief dips in popularity, such as after the failure of his sequel to 8 Mile, entitled 9 Mile, The Saga Continues. In 2010, after the release of the single Love the Way You Lie, Eminem disappeared for 3 years without explanation. After being declared legally dead, Mathers surprised fans and critics alike when he intercepted international radio and news broadcasts with his song and music video for Rap God, a chronicle of his astral journey during his 3-year hiatus. The vocals of this song broke world records for fastest rapping, previously set by artists Twista, Tech9, Busta Rhymes, Yaka Warner, and SpongeBob SquarePants. In 2018, after another disappearance into the still mysterious rap void, Mathers reappeared with aptly titled album Kamikaze. This theoretical unexpected plane crash of an album, but in a good way, which targeted what he found to be flaws among the modern rap scene. Many accepted these critiques, knowing Mathers' penchant to retaliate in full force if argued with. The lone exception was artist Machine Gun Kelly, son of famed rapper Tommy Gun Tommy. Kelly responded with a diss track entitled Rap Devil, poking fun at Eminem's 2013 song. Eminem responded in turn by stating, "I'm sorry, but I don't really know who you are exactly." "Wait, weren't you that guy who said my daughter was hot? Don't do that." Kelly was outraged and attempted to sue Mathers for $11 million in damages. The case is still pending. These days, Mathers spends his time walking for hours on his Nordic Trek treadmill, killing birds with his daughter Haley, and writing rap songs, as well as the occasional script for his beloved 8 Mile film franchise. His current project is his attempt to, quote, bring the series back to its roots, with a prequel entitled 3 Feet, a play on both the name 8 Mile as well as his height at the time of filming it. Call him controversial. Call him inspirational. Call him Slim Shady, Eminem, or Marshall Mathers. Just don't call him late for dinner. Marshall K. Mathers continues to strike joy and fear into the minds and hearts of rap fans of all ages. Will this trend of success and controversy continue into the future? Only time can tell for sure, but one thing is for certain. As long as the rap void looms above us, so too shall the rap god Eminems bring comfort to those in need. If you like this video, give it a like. If you have suggestions for future videos, leave them in the comments below, or subscribe to the channel for future content.